Hey guys, this is Stream Interact Core Veteran here with a quick video. This is going to be a comparison on the specs that we know so far, which should be a complete specs for the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. The blue is PlayStation, green is Xbox. Price is to be announced, which I'm guessing they're both going to be around $500. Supposedly still holiday 2020, so around Christmas or whatever. They're both going to have 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray drives in them. Game DVR to be announced. This is the big difference here. The RAMs, they're both 16 gigabytes of DDR6 or GDDR6, excuse me. But all of the RAM is faster on the PlayStation at 256-bit memory bus. The memory bandwidth, though, this is the other big difference here, and is what's going to cause the Xbox to have issues. All of the memory bandwidth on the PlayStation is going to be 448 gigabytes a second, where the Xbox is going to have 10 gigabytes of it at 560 gigs a second, and then 6 gigs at 335 gigabytes per second. Now, the problem with that is, yes, on paper that this looks like it could be faster, but it's not going to be. If they have problems with communication going back and forth, which it will bottleneck the faster, and it will be stuck more at the lower end speed. Just like with computers, if you mix lower speed RAM and faster RAM, you're always going to end up, the computer is going to default to the slower RAM, which that's what it's going to do. And with the PlayStation, they're both the same, 8 cores, Zen 2 cores, but the PlayStation 5 is going to be at 3.5 gigahertz for all the cores, and then the AMD one's going to run at 3.8 on one core, and then 3.6 on the other cores. Now, then that means that some of the games, if they only need one core, they'll only use one core. But games on computers usually use more than one core. I don't know of too many that just use one core specifically. So more than likely, they're going to be about even. And even if it did, the only games need one core. I mean, 300 megahertz isn't crap nowadays, so it's not going to show any difference there. Neither of them have an advantage, really. But the other difference with this one is that theirs is also going to have a variable refresh rate on all the cores. Now here's the other difference. They're both basically the same thing, but the difference is in the compute units and the speed. This one's going to run at 10.28 teraflops, and the Xbox is going to supposedly run at 12 teraflops. And then the PlayStation is going to have 36 compute units at 2.23 gigahertz. And this one's going to have 52 compute units at 1.825 gigahertz. So I don't know, this might mean it's going to be faster. It depends on how many of the compute units the games actually use. If the games need more compute units, then the Xbox may do better. But if they don't even need 36 all at once, then the PlayStation's going to be better and have better graphics. The 12 teraflops compared to 10, that's negligible, so it's not going to matter. Okay, they both support 4K at 120 hertz and support for 8K, but 8K is pointless and stupid. Peak GPU shader throughput, I don't know what that means exactly. Variable rate shadering, data transfer. There's a big difference here because of what the difference is in what they're using, okay? With the PlayStation, it's got a 5.5 gigahertz a second on raw, so uncompressed data. And then the 5 to 9 gigahertz a second for compressed. The Xbox is 2.4 gigabytes a second for raw, so uncompressed, and 4.8 gigabytes a second compressed. So the PlayStation is going to run stuff faster. Here's another difference here. The PlayStation comes with a little bit smaller internal storage, 825 gigabytes, and SSD, and this one's going to have a 1 terabyte NVMe storage, which they're both they're both going to have that to an extent. The regular one in the inside is going to be a regular SSD. The expandable on the PlayStation is going to be a regular NVMe, so you can go out and buy a Samsung 970 M.2 drive if you want and put it in there. And then the unfortunate thing here with PlayStation, you're going to have a proprietary external 1 terabyte drive that you have to buy. You're not going to be able to upgrade the storage on your own cheaper. So that's kind of bullshit that Microsoft is pulling this. Seagate proprietary external 1 terabyte SSD expansion card, which I don't like that one damn bit. They're supposed to both be backwards compatible. Remote play, cloud. Controllers are supposed to both be USB-C, I believe. And this one's for live streaming. I don't know what those are for, really. 8K support. They probably both have the same stuff there. They'll all probably do all the same shit when it comes to media and crap like that. But my biggest problem with the Xbox Series X is the fact of this right here, that they did this bullshit. They shouldn't have done this. I think this is really crappy, and it's gonna cost you an arm and a leg unless somebody figures out how to make their own. For them to sit there and use a proprietary 1 terabyte storage card is, I think, really shitty. On the PlayStation, you're going to be able to go out and buy an NVMe, which, if you go to Best Buy, I think they're like $250 for a 1 terabyte, or somewhere around there anyways. NVMe Samsung 970 Pro. You can't do that with the Xbox One X, or Xbox Series X, excuse me. You're not going to be able to do that. You're not going to be able to upgrade the storage. This one, they made it to where you can upgrade the storage. And this USB storage here on the PlayStation, the only thing that you're going to be able to use on that USB hard drive storage is your PlayStation 4 games. You will not be able to play any of the PlayStation 5 games on USB storage. That's for your backwards compatibility. But like I said, this is my biggest problem with the Xbox and why I probably won't get it. Just because of that. I do not like anything that has proprietary shit, because it just makes it to where you have to buy their stuff and you can't do nothing else. Unless it's good priced, which I don't see Microsoft doing that, it's going to be shitty. It's going to be expensive. And it's just stupid. I don't know why they have to make stuff proprietary. It's like, okay, we're going to make it so they can, since everybody wanted to upgrade their hard drives on past ones, we'll just make it to where that they have to buy our stuff and can't use anything else. The silly thing is if it's a standard plug-in for like an M.2, then you'll be able to do it, but it will look really stupid. So we'll look for that in the future. Alright guys, I am the Stream Interact War veteran, and I figured I'd give you this comparison on the specs of the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. If you enjoyed, definitely hit a thumbs up, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one, guys.